Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you're watching this. This is Dennis Rogov from the Real Estate Investors Roundtable, and I'm back here after a short Mother's Day break. We did not have a show last week with another live. And today I'd like to talk about a subject which I've been getting a lot of questions about throughout a lot of my different channels. And really, it's tied to real estate investor friendly agent and just a regular real estate agent. So today I'm going to talk about the different factors that you have to look into when you're looking into an agent that you want to hire to help you acquire your next investment property. Before I do that, somewhere around here, please like, share, and post this live, especially if you find value from this. My goal is to provide as much value as possible. Also, I love questions. Whether you think this is a good live or a bad live, I do not know how to improve unless you're asking questions. So please post questions, share it if you like it, and also like it whether it's here or down here. All right, let's get right into it. As a real estate investor, whether you are in a commercial residential space, it is essential to find a licensed agent who understands unique needs. But what sets an investor friendly agent apart from a regular agent? Let's clarify. There is a lot of people out there that are regular agents that if you meet with them and have a conversation, they can help you definitely transaction and buy and purchase a property as a traditional buyer that will be living in this property. It will probably be either your primary residence, or maybe sometimes you might even have a second residence, which is your vacation home, or potentially it might be even someone that has to go to work and it's longer distance than your primary residence. You could stay at that place as well. So with that, that will be a standard primary agent. That's also an agent that's going to be able to help you sell your property, market your property to the best ability so that it's shown in the marketplace and be able to be sold very quickly. However, an investor friendly agent goes beyond the basics of a regular agent. Not trying to say that a regular agent does not do a lot of work. They both do a lot of work, but it's slightly different. And today we're talking about how to find someone that has your interest when it comes to investor friendly agent. They possess, investor friendly agents possess specialized knowledge and experience in working with real estate investors. That's pretty standard, correct? They understand investment strategies, terms like cash flow, and can identify properties that have high potential returns. They also have a network of people that can put you in touch with that will help you to acquire an investment property, be able to manage an investment property so that gives you maximum return, and also help you fix or make improvements to the property so that once again you get optimal returns. So, if you're watching this and you are saying, okay, I am somebody who wants to buy a property, acquire property, doesn't matter where it is in the United States, what should I be seeking an investor friendly agent? Well, let's explore key traits that you should be considering. Well, I talked about this before, but I'll go back on it again. Market knowledge is crucial. An investor friendly agent should have a deep understanding of local market trends and investment opportunities, whether they're on market, off market. They should be able to look at a property that you think you want to acquire or you want to acquire and analyze ROI, which stands for return on investment, and provide insight into other investment properties that are comparable to property they're looking to acquire. As I mentioned before, robust network. That's very important, especially if you're doing long distance investing where you don't live in the city or the state. An investor friendly agent should have connections with professionals such as contractors who can help you fix up the property, appraisers who are investor focused, lenders, whether it's hard money lenders or DSCR loan, which are very common in today's marketplace. This network ensures investors have access to the right resources throughout their investment journey. When an investor, you, come across claiming to be investor friendly agent, so what I'm basically saying is that if you want to vet out and make sure that the person that you're working with is investor friendly agent, what should be those due diligence steps? Everybody take out a piece of paper and a pen and write this down. And by the way, I know that a lot of times I talk about where you can use creative to acquire properties, not just traditional hard money or even regular mortgage. Being an investor is looking at options you have available. You could be looking at options in acquiring properties via traditional financing, or my other favorite, credit finance, where you actually don't need a bank. But even in that, there's some strategies that are tied to creative strategies where you actually still will need a bank. I know it gets a little confusing, and I'll talk about it on a different live. But there is programs out there which are very unique and are being used today to do what's called a hybrid creative deal. So, what can you do to make sure that your agent is investor friendly who you're working with, or if you're shopping around? Well, requesting references. Ask them who they have worked with, and can they put you in touch with that person so you can speak to them and get their experience. Go on their Zillow, go on their Google, type in their name, and look for testimonial and reviews. And any published content that showcases their expertise in working with investors. Like they could be potentially a member of the local RIA, which in most places across the United States exist. I think that would be considered an investor friendly agent. So you don't have to hit all of them, but you do have to hit some of these when it comes to a vetting process. Additionally, sorry, I'm having a little bit of a mic issue here. Additionally, you have to make sure that you have an effective communication with whatever agent that you choose. You have to make sure that you're on the same page. So if you tell them, listen, I'm looking for property that I want to have $100 to $200 in cash flow, I have this much money to invest, they're they need to really reciprocate it and understand and develop strategy. Or in some cases, they might even come back and say to you, You know, you're looking at this kind of loan program and you're looking at this option and you're looking at this part of the city. In my opinion, you might be able to get appreciation here, but if really your requirements is cash flow, this might not be the best place to get that. You might have to go to a different part of town. So that's why it's also crucial for investor friendly agents to own their own properties because they're going to know the local laws because they're going to be dealing with them themselves. Here, where I'm based in the state of New Jersey, tenant laws vary from county to county when it comes to eviction processes. Now, no landlord wants to go through the eviction process with a tenant, and in most cases, they try to work things out. But we do understand in the landscape that we live in, and in the state of New Jersey, you have certain counties that have an extensive time frame to evict somebody, where certain counties it's a lot faster. So if your real estate agent is investor friendly, they should be able to know the local laws and be able to point you towards the local housing department, local zoning board for any additional information that you want to get clarification on. It's vital, you as an investor, to openly communicate your goals, risk, and tolerance, and really make sure you're, once again, going back to the same thing I was saying, on the same page with the agent. Remember, building a successful partnership requires trust and open communication from both sides, from you as an investor and from an investor friendly real estate agent. And you should feel comfortable discussing your concerns and asking questions, continuous questions. Investor friendly agents should be coaching you and explain things to you, especially if it's your first time as an investor through the process. Hopefully, this was very informative to a lot of you. To some of you who are a lot more experienced, I appreciate you watching this. I hope you can go and share it with somebody that is not as experienced. As I mentioned from the beginning, when it comes to investor friendly agent or a direct to seller, a real estate investor friendly agent will be helpful in any case because they can actually help you even acquire and communicate and be that bridge with the somebody who is trying to sell the property off market. That's why I said before, you should be looking for agents who also have relationships with people in off market. Whether, like I said, that's directly with the seller, it could be a wholesaler, um, who basically, for anybody who doesn't know what a wholesaler is, it's someone that actually goes out, spends a lot of time marketing and finding properties that they're able to put under contract, and then they go out and sell that contract to other investors. Sometimes these wholesalers, they work closely with agents, and I have seen, um, in some cases, I've seen agents stay away from working for wholesalers, which I think is really not correct. You should definitely be working with a wholesaler, especially if you are an investor friendly agent, and vice versa, where wholesalers felt not comfortable going to agents. Once again, that should be um, a win-win opportunity from across both sides. Okay, let me see if I have any questions here. Mm, I don't see any questions right now. Let's see. Nope, no questions. Cool. Well, I mean, after watching this, hopefully somebody has a question. So post it and below. I'll be happy to answer it. Today we don't have a special guest, but I am trying to get one lined up for next week. I like to bring on people who really are doing great things in the creative space because with the interest rates that are going up and up, we're we're starting to see a lot more of creative that are really starting to occur. Um, and it's becoming more mainstream. One other thing I wanted to mention was in June in New Jersey and Newark, New Jersey, I plan to do a local event. So if you're drivable distance to Newark, New Jersey International Airport to be specific, we're going to be doing a meetup, a large meetup at one of the hotels that's right next to the New York International Airport. More details are going to come soon to that, but that is going to be happening in June. Well, hopefully this was informative. That wraps up today's episode of the Real Estate Investors Roundtable. Until next time, this is Dennis Rogov signing off. Happy investing for all that watch this. Thank you for your time.